Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. As you can probably tell, this isn't a normal video. In fact, it's quite more serious of a video that I would normally upload. It's been a while since I've kind of just sat down and talked. I used to do this a lot more often a fair few years ago, but it's not something I've done in a while, unless I'm talking about something at the end of the video or something. But this is a pretty major life update that I want to give to you. As you can tell by the title, it's me explaining where I've been, not just in these past few months where I haven't been uploading, but just in general. I mean, obviously I go through massive phases of not uploading, and then I do upload for a few weeks or a month, and then I just don't upload at all for months and disappear. And, you know, at this point, it's kind of become like a meme on the channel. And, you know, people do deserve an explanation. And before I do continue, I'm trying to just do this in one take. And, you know, ifs and buts and ums, I'm going to keep in there. I just want to talk. I know some people might think this is a sort of video that should just be me talking, like in the flesh as well, without gameplay, but I just don't really have the lighting or the camera for that, and it's funny, I'm such a perfectionist that even that would annoy me. So I'm sorry whatever's playing in the background, but I just wanted to talk. But first I do obviously just want to apologise for the 5-month absence and all the absences in the past. I know it's not easy being a subscriber or a fan of the channel when it's just, you never know what you're going to get. And I know, like, especially as YouTube gets older, not the corporate way, but, you know, the established way of doing things is the norm. If you don't have an upload schedule, it's a bit like, or at least, you know, some form of consistency. It's just not the norm nowadays. And like, even taking weeks off for some YouTubers is unheard of, let alone what I do. So I want to thank you all, especially for being so loyal. I mean, I've said it so many times, I have such an incredibly loyal fan base, and it's something that I'm truly grateful for. And I did post this, I posted a massive Instagram I made a massive Instagram post with like 9 pages explaining this, but obviously I know all of you aren't following my Instagram. Most of you are just here still asking what's been going on. So I haven't had that much stability in my life the past few years. It's just, I mean, I have crazy ups and downs, and it affects everything in my life, not just YouTube, but everything. Literally everything. In some ways small, some ways big, but it affects everything and who I am, essentially. I want to say I say depression just to make it easier, but I personally, I believe it's something more than that. But I just say that to make it simpler because I don't know yet. I've not been properly diagnosed, but I am talking with a therapist. I know it might sound very strange and odd for some people because, I didn't really want to explain this because, I'm the kind of guy that people come to for a laugh, you know, and it's my job to make people happy and laugh, and I do love doing that. But it doesn't feel right not being completely honest with people, and I've said before that I want to get to being more personal again, and I guess this is the most personal thing you can really do. It took me a long time to consider reaching out because I wanted to convince myself that I could manage this on my own, really. During a down phase, obviously I was really down, very just pessimistic, lethargic, wouldn't really care about anything to the point where it would almost feel good not to care about anything. Like, kind of like relaxing, and not relaxing, but I don't know, it's like a weird sense of calmness. It would be different each time, but that's what I can kind of remember. But then during those downs, I would obviously notice these things. And I would think, I this is getting serious. I clearly can't really live my life properly like this. I have to tell someone. And then, next week suddenly, I'd just be on top. I'd be full of energy. I'd be over the moon. I'd be doing loads, like everything at once. I have this like all or nothing attitude as well. And again, I don't know if that's something that comes with this. That's what I mean when I say it kind of affects just who I am. But it's not just me who said this. Like my mum said it to me before, that I have this all or nothing attitude, but I just go all in. And if I don't go all in, then it's worthless and there's no point. And then if I'm not going all in, then I'm fucking not doing anything. But during that up, I would convince myself that it was all a rut and that everything was fine again. And that would literally repeat and repeat and repeat. And when you see me come back and upload a video or two, and I say, "Oh, I'm back for good now," I literally would say it every time. And then obviously that wouldn't be the case because I disappear again, and that is what would happen. Because I'd believe it myself that it must be it now, like this must be fine. Again, sorry if I'm slurring my words. I normally have notes and plans for this, but I don't have anything. So sorry if I repeat myself or I have to squeeze some things in that I've missed out. And I know, like, it might sound like I'm kind of... I mean, I thought this would be hard to make, but at the moment I am having a good, few weeks. I'm feeling pretty good right now. So I guess it is a bit easier for me to make this at the moment. Because I guess I've already opened up about this a lot. I mean, I've posted on my Instagram a lot. I've talked it through a lot with a lot of people. Even though that this is it's a pivotal video, this, because no matter how I say things or whatever, like, some people will always see me differently now, and that's just it. It's I know it shouldn't be the case, but that is just how it is. But I've kind of learnt that I'm okay with that, and again, that's one reason why I didn't want to talk about it either, because everyone's so protective of their brand, and people say, "Oh, whatever you do, say," or pretty much anything, it affects your brand. And I would kind of have that mindset, but recently, kind of this year, it's really just gone to, I really don't care anymore, in a good way, like about the brand or whatever. Because I'm just me. I'm just being me. I want my brand to just be me, not some heightened pedestal version of myself. You know what I mean? Again, I kind of felt like I shouldn't really talk about this because it's my job to make people laugh. And I know I've got so many messages from people before saying that they have depression or all sorts of things going on in their life, and their videos kind of help me forget. And I don't want to be like... sounds stupid, but I don't want to be a reminder of... that I have these things as well. But in a way, that's a good thing, because... let's be real, like, everyone that deals with shit, people, no matter... it's a lot easier to forget that nowadays with social media, because you're literally seeing the highlights of these things. Most people wouldn't post these things on their social media. But like I said in my Instagram post, I want to make it completely clear that when I'm making a video, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good. Obviously, I do go through, like, in those low times, I don't want to make videos. It's weird, like, how my mindset, like, completely changes and kind of almost forgets the other mindset I had a few weeks ago. Like, in the low times, I would just think, oh, I just don't like making videos anymore. I'll never like it again. It's just nothing but stress, blah, blah, blah. And then once I'm feeling good and I'm into making videos again, it's like, this is it. This is what I need, essentially. This is me extending myself into this, just like expressing myself and being like itching everything, like creativity and making people laugh, because I love making people laugh. It's my favourite thing. I've made videos since I was like in year 4, like the 4th grade. I think I found YouTube in like 2007, 2008. And I was making videos before TheGamingLemon had like 3 or 4 channels. But they're gone now, you won't find them. And it's always been something I've loved. So yeah, that's just one thing that I don't want people to think, that when I'm like acting like happy or funny on these videos, that it's all just faked just for business, really. But I can assure you 100% that is not the case. If that was the case, I'd be uploading consistently. I don't think I've ever finished a video and thought, well, that was horrible, I never want to do that again. But yet, suddenly when I'm feeling low, it's like, I don't want to make it. I get pretty confused with myself a lot of the time. Because I never know how I'm going to be next week, or next few weeks. It's just so, I mean, for so many years, it's been so hard to predict how I'm going to be in like a month's time or a year's time. It would get me really scared of the future, to be honest. Sorry, Vicious. I mean, I can't tell if it's got, no, it must have gotten worse recently, but some lows would be so low compared to others that I just couldn't help think, but, I mean, how much lower are they going to go? That's the one thing I'd say, is the unpredictability that's just so fucking confusing. I don't even know what I'm talking about sometimes, or like I forget some of the things I say a lot of the time because I'm having some sort of manic episode. I know this is just suddenly just so real, really, and I'm sorry that is a bit of a bombshell, but I just can't. I really wanted to sit down and not think about this and just talk. Now, I know I keep saying manic episode and highs and lows, and obviously when you say that, you're talking about bipolar disorder. Now, I want to make it clear as well that I have not been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I think it's dangerous to assume that you are something when you're not, and I keep trying to remind myself that, but it's wherever I can relate a lot to bipolar things. Obviously, these crazy ups and downs. I mean, for years, people have been telling me, like, it's like you have two moods. Like, you're either really fully energetic and hyped up and ready to go, or then you just don't talk and you're just like a vegetable, essentially. You're just low. I mean, not low. I mean, to them it might not seem like I'm low, but I'm just quiet, you know. I'm just not really 100%. And again, people have been saying to me for years. Like, I mean, as an example, I don't want to bring up names or whatever, but it's just, I mean, recently I saw that Champ Chong uploaded a video a few weeks back explaining that he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and he was telling his subscribers basically about what he had, and I could relate a lot to what he was saying in the video, and I thought that was pretty brave of him. Fair play to Champ Chong. He's a great YouTuber. I've watched him for many years. I mean, one thing I could especially relate to is when he would say that, I'm sorry again if you're watching this, Champ Chong, and I've suddenly brought up your name and whatever, but he did mention that, he would, decisions and changes that you'd get, like, you clinch onto and think that this was going to be life-changing and sort everything out, essentially. And you're telling everyone like how amazing this is going to be, and they're even telling you as well how amazing it's going to be, because they can see it as well, that you're so amazed and believe in it because you believe in it in yourself, and then it just never, whatever it is, it just doesn't go the way you want it. You just end up doing circles on yourself. That's it. It's just circles and circles all the time. As I said, I've not been diagnosed yet. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm talking to a therapist, which I haven't done before, and she's really nice. She's a great lady. But on the first session, it was kind of like getting to know each other and then kind of establishing things that I should do to kind of build the foundations of bettering yourself. So, improving diet, exercise, obviously, getting enough sleep, getting rid of unhealthy vices. And, next week, or I think it was 2 weeks from that time, I came back and I did all these things perfectly. I was like, yes, I'm doing it now, feeling good. And she was so surprised by it because she said normally this takes weeks for people to do that first step. And I'm just like, yeah, it's because I've done this first step like 20,000 times. I'm so used to picking up the pieces. And then every time I do, it's like... it's added extra weight almost each time, because it's like, fuck, I'm here doing this again, and I know this isn't going to be the last time. But it's weird, like, even though it's such a horrible thing, whatever this is, And again, I don't want to label it as bipolar disorder until I'm diagnosed with what exactly I have. All I do know is that I do have ups and downs, sometimes more severe than others. Sometimes there's a bit of stability in between as well. It's just you can't really, I can't really predict it. And some of my highs, sometimes I do almost go into some sort of manic state. It seems like I feel like I don't need to like sleep as much. Like I don't sleep because I'm like I've got too much energy. Like I've got to do some stuff, whatever it is. But they don't. I mean, there's two types of bipolar disorder. And one type where the highs are less severe, and I think I have that one because well, looking at some stories and like subreddits of people with bipolar, I can't relate sometimes to the like extreme highs that people get, but I can relate to a lot of other stuff. I mean, I when I heard the term manic depression, I was like, yes, that's totally what I have because I'm not depressed all the time. Because I do have some sort, I guess, call them manic episodes. Because I do have highs as well as lows, and it wasn't until recently that I found out that manic depression is just another word for bipolar disorder. Like I kind of did some digging in my family tree a bit to kind of see, because I know bipolar can be inherited. So I was kind of looking at my family tree a bit. So it's a bit more personal, but my granddad on my mum's side I've never met before, because he left my mum when she was quite young. And my mum said, it's possible that he could have had bipolar disorder because he was very up and down, it seemed. But I also know bipolar doesn't have to be inherited. You can just develop it. I mean, it has to start somewhere. But again, for now, what I'm calling it is just depression for now, really, because it's not. It's just dangerous to label yourself as something that you're not, and it's really disrespectful to those who actually are bipolar and do go through it. And I was going to wait until I was diagnosed to say all this, but I just really wanted to say this. So yeah, but I just wanted to make the diagnosis part clear that I have not been diagnosed as of yet. But obviously, as I mentioned, I'm now talking to a therapist. I mean, as I said, I kept this in the dark and tried to keep it to myself for a good number of years until I kind of couldn't anymore. 2020, I mean, I know obviously no one's really had the greatest year. I mean, obviously some people had a good year, but the world mood is just quite low right now. And it was during lockdown, it really, I guess things were just getting to me too much. And I knew that I couldn't really go on anymore like it. I do wish I kind of did something about it sooner, but I didn't, and that's just where it is. I want to make it clear as well, because I know there must be some people out there watching this who can relate to me or relate to with whatever you're going through. You can relate to it, and maybe some of those people as well are choosing not to come forward or try and battle what they're dealing with. And I know there's a lot of people as well who are choosing not to come forward with these sort of things because of what's going on in the world right now. But it's just as important, if not even more important than ever, for you to come forward and try and battle with what you're dealing with. Trust me. In order to kind of fight, what's going on in the world, you have to build yourself up as well. You have to build yourself up for just the world. I mean, I don't need to go on about it. The world is going through bad times right now. So that's why I think it's more important than ever for you to kind of try and make yourself feel better through these bad times, I guess, and try to block out the surroundings. So since talking to this therapist and since opening up all to my families and friends and just being more open is lifted a massive weight off my shoulders. I never want to feel like that ever again, and hopefully I don't have to. Some of the lows I went through was some of the worst feelings I've had in my entire life. And part of me truly believes that some of the worst of it is behind me. Because even though obviously it's not an ideal thing, there is some silver linings in it. And I know that sounds weird and stupid, but I mean, it's a reason why I've developed some of these good habits and I've forced myself to learn more about myself and kind of... Because that's kind of what growing up is, I've realised in life. It is just, the older you get, it's just learning more about yourself and you and how you can work with yourself, if that makes sense. And having some sort of mental illness like this, I think, can really help that in a weird way. Like, I remember in 2018, I started picking up running again. Like, I did run a bit before, and I wanted to get back into it again. And I kind of made a decision that it's something that I have to stick with. It took me a while, maybe like almost a year, for me to really start to fully enjoy it and look forward to it. And now I consider it one of my favourite hobbies. I mean, I ran a half marathon this year. We raised some money for charity as well. That was really nice. I was planning to do the Berlin Marathon this year, but obviously you know what happened. The big C. But honestly, it's sometimes as well. Like if I'm feeling really down or really anxious, I'm just stuck, I will just put my shoes on and go for a run. And even at the lowest of times, like I might be the whole time during the run, I'm still feeling shit or like what I'm doing is pointless. At the end of it, I always, even if it's just for a bit, just that feeling of serenity and like, yes, I did that, I fought it. Like I made a decision to go out and fight that shit. And sometimes, and with a run as well, it's amazing. It can honestly turn a really bad day into a really good day. And it's why I say all the time now, it's like one of the biggest things I can recommend for anyone with the struggles with mental health, or especially even now, especially in during these lockdown times, because well, I don't know if I should really go into it too much about how exercise is so great, but I'm telling you from my experience, it's one of the best things that's helped me thus far. And I know like it sounds easier said than done if you're starting from scratch, because it took me a little while to properly start enjoying running. At first it just made me feel really sick and it made everything hurt. But you do get there, your body learns to enjoy it because it releases those endorphins. It gets your blood pumping, you know. It's what we were made to do. Again, I know it sounds easier said than done, but trust me, I don't think I've ever finished a workout of any sort, no matter how I was feeling beforehand, and thought, yeah, I really regret that workout. That was horrible. Well, I mean, I've said that was horrible a few times, but I've never regretted a workout. You never do. Why would you? I honestly think what I'm dealing with has helped me mature in some ways. I've definitely become a lot more wiser than I was 4 or 5 years ago. My past self would be so stunned at how different I am today, in a good way. I don't think he'd believe it. No, I've developed like this passion to just to learn more now. I'm not too sure where it's completely come from, but when I'm reading some like this book that I'm reading now about diet and how it affects the body, it's just like how did I not learn about this whilst I was in school? It seems like really important stuff, you know. And it's like when you learn these things, it's almost like you've leveled up a little bit in your brain, because once you've learned it, you don't forget it. That's new information that you've learned and locked in your brain forever now. You've grown, essentially. You've literally grown in that amount of time. And I'm varying from the subject here and blabbering, but as I said, I just wanted to talk. That doesn't matter where it goes. So there are silver linings in it, and I do think in some ways it helps me create better videos. You know, no matter what the upload schedule is like, I've always wanted every video to be 100% quality, like the best as it can be. And I like to think I have made it so that is true. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I like to think my videos are up to a really high quality standard. I hope you agree with me. Even if they are something small like a Let's Play, like Until Dawn, you'd be surprised how much editing still went into that with all the levels and like audio levels. I mean, even something as simple as that. Like I don't want to just slap something on and render it. I'm quite perfectionist when it comes to it. I remember my this guy I had at Machinima even told me, like, it's so funny how like you know you don't have a consistent upload schedule, or it'd just be random, but yet it's so professional on every other end, like with the quality and everything. And I was like, yeah, it's just how I do things, I guess. So what I'm looking for in my life is stability. That's what I need in my life is stability. I made it very clear to my therapist from the start that what I want in my life is stability, so that I can focus on my work and can improve my work, basically, like get back to having the relationship I used to have with my work and my overall health, of course. But I've realised that that's because everyone's different. Everyone's mental health is completely different. Like some people as well with how they're built will just react better to different things and strategies, while some people will just react better to different strategies. And with me, I think what I really need is just pure discipline. And I know, again, that's so much easier said than done, especially for me. Like, I mean, I've known this for many years, and I've not really been able to do it. Because I will, again, I'll tell myself that I'm going to be completely disciplined, and I do end up doing it for a bit, and I literally believe myself that it's done. And then it just doesn't, it just falls through. And then every time it happens, I just lose a little bit of trust in myself. And, I mean, earlier this year was like the lowest I've ever trusted in myself. Like, it felt like I wasn't even controlling what I was doing anymore. Which is, yeah, that's what I mean. I really hope I never get to that point in my life again. Like it was really bad earlier this year. I distanced myself from practically everyone. All my friends, all my family. But I mean, I was convinced that every single person around me hated my guts, including my family, my mum, and everyone, even strangers that I'd never met. I have a conversation with them or just say hello, whatever, and then straight afterwards it was they hate my guts. They hate that, they detest me, which is it's so weird because I would catch myself saying these things beforehand and know it was bollocks, but it's almost like I lost that ability. I just automatically believe it. But it's a lot of what I was dealing with beforehand is it feels like a massive weight's been lifted since properly opening up to everyone and talking to a therapist. It's truly helped a tremendous amount knowing that I've got all this support on my backbone. I mean, when I said to my mum all these things that I thought everyone hated my guts, she was just so shocked, like she couldn't believe it. I mean, as you would expect, but I was just in such a different mindset at the time. So going back to discipline, one thing that I'm doing at the moment is I follow this guy called Andy Frisella on Spotify, who does this podcast. It's called the MF CEO Project, where he's all about just that pure discipline and building mental toughness. I follow a lot of these sort of dudes on Instagram. Like, I have a lot of respect for these people that are so ultra disciplined, and I would love to really get there one day. Because when they say discipline is freedom, that statement means so much to me. Even though I'm not disciplined, and I'd love to get there, but that is the truth. Especially, I feel like for someone like me who needs that is essentially freedom. It would heal so many things that I'm dealing with. And he made this program, like, that's one thing that he keeps highlighting, is that it's a mental toughness program, not a fitness challenge, which a lot of people sign up to do it, but it's a mental toughness program, and that's called 75 Hard, where for 75 days, with no breaks in between, there's no off days, for 75 straight days, you do these things where it's you do 2 45-minute workouts, and one has to be outdoors, no matter the weather conditions, no matter what, to build that mental toughness. It's kind of show that all the conditions aren't going to be with you all the time. You have to stick to a diet, like a fairly strict diet. The diet is up to your choosing, but essentially, if it's like anything unhealthy, like you stay away from it. Like even if it's like a Diet Coke, like any fizzy drinks, chips, fries if you're not British. Obviously, any fast food and takeaways, like, in the bin. It's basically deciding on a healthy diet and then sticking to it no matter what. Even if you have one Pringle, one Skittle or Malteser, and that's it, you start again on day one, that's it. If you're on day 74 and you have a Malteser on day 74, that's it, you start again on day one. But that's not all. You also have to drink a gallon of water, 4.5 litres of water. You do 10 pages of reading of a non-fictional / self-improvement book, and then you also take a progress picture every day. And if you fail any of those tasks at all, no matter how close you were, if you underperform the task, that's it, you failed, and you have to start again from day one. And that sounds very extreme, and it is extreme. Like, that's the whole point of it, is to build this mental toughness. Because as he explains, he thinks it's a skill that you develop. I do like him because he's very real. He says it how it is, because he says he wasn't born like this way to be this mentally tough, or he wasn't a true leader at first. It was something he built. Like, he thinks it's skills that you develop with mental toughness, and I believe that as well. Like, people seem to think that some people are just born that way, but it's just things through decisions in their life that they've made it that way. It all comes down to individual decisions, and since with the 75 hard you don't have any decisions, you just go out there and do. No matter how you feel, that's how you build that mental toughness in you. At the moment, I'm only on day 4. Well, I was on day 8, but I started again because I also wanted to add some of my own rules into it, which some people do, and I thought I'd add my own into it. And one was waking up before a certain time every day so that have the same sleep schedule, because I was doing it, but then my sleep schedule was all over the place, and I feel like I was really missing the point of it. And again, adding to this discipline thing, like I haven't really been able to keep a consistent sleep schedule for quite a while, so I made sure to stick that in there. Also, every day except Sunday, doing a certain amount of hours of work as well. It is only a small amount. But that's just a minimum requirement, because some days I won't be able to do that much work if I'm busy, and some days I might feel a lot more motivated than others. So even though it's more about the fact of just having no 0 days, and again keeping that discipline and structure, that's what I really need. I believe, like for myself, is needing that structure and discipline in my life, because then I can relate that back to videos. Like, in order to have a great business, I need to build the foundations of my own life, essentially. I mean, you never see super successful people that don't have a strong foundation of their own personal life. And that is really what I need. Like, I'm feeling good now, but I know, like, come day 15 or day 20, there's going to be some tough days ahead. And it's going to be really tough, and I'm going to be asking myself, why the fuck am I even doing this? What is the point? I might as well stop. I might as well go close the blinds and play Xbox and order pizza, because this is just getting me nowhere, even though I'm doing so well. Like, I know this will happen, and I'm just going to have to try and keep my faith. And every day that you do win, whilst you're feeling like that is a win. You've conquered it. And it's just getting those wins each time, adding layer after layer foundation of those wins, that I can start really trusting myself again, and that the discipline will, again, it's like each time you're doing that, you're filling up a skill meter above your head, like you're in The Sims, you know? That's how I see it, at least with the mental toughness thing. I mean, obviously it's not that easy, because, bipolar is a serious... Again, though, I just don't know if it's bipolar or not yet. I don't want to say that, but I do know that if it were to be bipolar, it wouldn't be that easy again, because it's not just how you feel, it's literally chemicals changing inside your brain. But I do believe, even though there's no cure for it, there is a way you can learn to live with it and manage it. And if it isn't bipolar that I've got, then that just means that I can live and manage it even easier. But yeah, once I've completed the 75 hard, which I really think that I will, I'm going to be making a video all about it, showing my results and describing my journey. And obviously talking about this again as well, and I will be on camera, because you're probably gonna start to see me become a bigger advocate for mental health and things like that. Because I know, just knowing that there's so many people who were feeling how I felt not too long ago, and some people who are feeling that way all the time, every day, and some people even worse. So many, especially in times like these. Like, I don't want people. I just want to help as many people as I can with that. And even though I can't physically reach out and heal it, I can still... all I can do is explain what's working for me, and just explain how it's helped me. Even though some people would say that a health challenge like 75 hard won't fix your mental health, I completely disagree with that. Like, yes, again, like I said, it won't fix everything, but it is a hell of a good place to start. Like I said, like, building that discipline through those good habits will do a tremendous amount of good for you and just your outlook on the world, because it builds your trust and confidence back in yourself. And it's sort of thing like this as well is like a short-term challenge is good, because it's something to keep you looking ahead, like have an eye on the prize sort of thing. Having a definite end goal that's not too far ahead. That's 2.5 months, 75 hard. So it's long enough, but almost not too long to the point where it's unbearable. And then that positive energy that you attain from it, and discipline, it'll just branches into every area of your life. This is literally the foundation It's how I see it. So that's really where I'm at right now. I'm just literally, all I'm doing is focusing solely on my mental health, positivity, and making the right decisions, I guess, and just blocking out anything that's not good for my mental health. We are creatures of habit. We all have habits. It's just about choosing the right habits. Another point, going back to that 75 hard thing, is like I said, it's that unpredictability and not knowing what's going to happen to me that I hated and scared the living hell out of me. That this is why, again, because everyone's different. This is why I think this is the perfect thing for me. This is why I think what really helps me, because I know what's tomorrow. Tomorrow's day 5. Tomorrow I'm going to wake up, do my workout, drink loads of water, do my hours of work that I need to do. There's no decision thinking of, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this bit today, or maybe I shouldn't do that. No, because you got to do it. There's no ifs or buts. You just get up and you do the shit. Because I'm so bloody good at convincing myself when I shouldn't do something. And then if I've done that, then the next day it's just, oh, maybe, well, I didn't do it yesterday. In my head, like subconsciously, well, maybe 2 days. And then, you get a few more days like that, bam. It's just another bad cycle. I feel like I can't think of anything else to say right now. I feel like I've said most of what I wanted to say. I know there's some stuff that I would have missed out on, but I would have had to write notes and structure it for all that, and I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to speak from my mind, from the heart. And I knew this would be a long video, but it doesn't matter about the length of it. I just wanted to say all that I wanted to say, and I think that I've said most of it. But yeah, actually, I did, even though this is a topic about mental health and myself and where I've been, I did also want to bring up a couple other things whilst I'm here, because I know people are going to also be asking about, that video, that the one with the aliens and the guns and the shooting, Alien Attack Part 2. I'm going to be completely honest with you. At this current moment in time, it's not being made, and it won't be released at this current moment in time. There's just no other way to say it. I don't want to string people along. The thing is I really do want to make it. I do. I have plans to make it, and I've fantasized and have thoughts and still get ideas, new fresh ideas about making it. I have a structure in my mind of how it goes, but the first part took a hell of a long time, like a very long time. And since then, my editing's improved. And I look back on it now and I think I could still do better than that. Because every video I try to one up myself is the best video possible in terms of how much editing there is. Like there was that GTA 4 one with Iron Man versus Hulk. Then it was Lemon Man, and now it was Alien Attack. And then I want Alien Attack Part 2 to be even better than that. But it would literally take 3-4 more months of non-stop editing. Well, not just editing, all sorts. And it's something that I really want to do, but at this current moment in time, I'm not doing it, I'm afraid. I really just want to get back to making regular videos. That's what I really want to do right now. Maybe at some point in the as I say never, but it's not coming out right now. And the first part was released in 2015. That was 5 years ago. And again, since then, as I said, I've changed as a person completely. My humour's changed. My editing has changed a lot. My voice is different, so it would suddenly go from this prepubescent man to a man. And also, I changed how I want to... the original script, or not a complete script, but outline for Alien Attack Part 2 is so different to how I'd want to do it now, because I'd want to make it a bit more serious, try and actually do a awesome kind of film almost. I'd focus very much on each character and each character's actual traits and what they were doing, their motives and things like that, instead of just being random 2D characters, I guess. And I think if I do make it, it will be called Alien Attack 2, not Part 2, because it would be so different, really. Again, I don't want to talk about it too much because it just must be pretty crap hearing about ideas for it whilst, as I just said, I'm not making it. And I am sorry for that, I am, because again, I said that I was going to make it and it was coming out, and that hasn't happened, and that's on me, and I'm really sorry about that. And I don't blame you if it really pisses you off. It would piss me off as well. But I had to bring up and address it, because no matter what I do, people still ask about it. And they always will until I address it. So That was me addressing it. As like, I'm not even thinking about it right now. As I said, right now my life is just focusing on my mental health and making good videos at the same time. Not bothering about the fundamentals of it or the analytics side of it. Just really enjoying making videos again. Just building that relationship again. Because as I said, I get really stuck in now when I'm making videos. It really does release a lot of like tension or just doubt or anything in my mind. It's just having fun. That's it really. I want to have fun with videos again. Not treat it like it's business second and hobby first. As I said, the one thing, again, at least I think it is, but if you think otherwise, please let me know if there's any other pointers or things that I should improve. But I think the only one and single thing that I need to improve for my channel to grow, or just one thing to improve in general, is a consistent upload schedule. And I think if I nail that, then that's it, and it's golden. It's just something that I haven't had for so long. And I truly believe that this time next year, the channel is going to look very different to how it looks now. I mean, we just hit 4 million subscribers the other day. Well, that didn't happen. It did happen, but it went back down because I said this would happen as well. Because obviously, when you don't upload for ages and then you upload, loads of people, whether it's active or inactive subscribers, unsub. So it's dipped below 4 million, but we did hit it. It took a while, but we did get there in the end. It was a big stretch, again, due to the infrequent uploads, obviously. And I want to thank you guys so much for that. We were stuck at 3 million for so long. I mean, I kind of see each million as like an era of the channel and also my life. It's why I love doing the Milllion montage specials of the best moments in between the million, so we can see kind of the highlights of the best moments of the era of the channel. And even though there was some really good videos in this era, in my life, obviously, this was because I think we hit 3 million in 2016, and I mean, 2016 was I think it might have been the worst, or at least one of the lowest years of my life. 2017 also wasn't a very good year, but 2019, I mean, was one of the greatest years of my life. So it wasn't all too bad, but I'm so ready to leave this chapter of my life behind and explore a new chapter of my life, a new era. And I think it's good timing that we hit 4 million because, as I said, it feels like I relate each million to a sort of era of my life and channel. I've set the goal of hitting 5 million by 2023, so it's just over 2 years. So it's like half of 4 years, obviously. Like basically getting to the next million twice as quick is the goal. And I think we could even do that even quicker, depending on the upload schedule. But we'll see. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I just want to set a goal that I believe in and that we can reach. It's pretty much almost guaranteed to reach it if I do the fundamentals right, essentially. Speaking of the montage videos, obviously I'm putting together the 4 million subscriber montage. And for 3 million, and I think for 2 million as well, the thumbnails weren't made by me. I think, actually no, I'm not sure. I think it was just a 3 million one. But I would like to keep doing it as a thing where each thumbnail for the subscriber montage is made by a subscriber. And so over on my Discord, which, by the way, if you didn't know, I have a Discord. I haven't shouted it out in a video, but it has been in the description of the past few videos, called The Fruit Bowl. Link is on the screen now or in the description. And over there, I'm going to be holding, I guess, kind of a contest, but, just a place where people can submit their thumbnails for the 4 million subscriber video. And I guess I'll just pick my favourite. And I'll be crediting you in the video description and everything. I just thought it'd be something fun to include subscribers in, I guess. Kind of make it a tradition. So if you'd like to get involved, go ahead and click the link in the description. I'm really excited to see what people can make, because you guys have made some pretty cool stuff in the past. Like, holy shit, there's some talented people out there. And also, just to Discord in general, I want to kind of emphasise and make it clear that if you ever want to kind of get in contact with me, if you really want to get in contact with me for, important things in business, then by all means email me. But I'm talking about if you just want to have a chat or a conversation and just hang out, the best place to do it is over on my Discord. And there's so many friendly faces there. Like, the whole vibe of it is really nice. Like, we just try to be as positive as possible. Like, I'm gonna try and use that much more frequently now as well. I I use social media like way too much, like more than I want to. So I'm gonna try and kind of limit my social media use and instead replace it with this Discord and just chat with people. I mean, there's all sorts of things on there that you can have a look at. It's quite a fun place. So if you've made it this far, I just want to say thank you so much for listening. This, even though there was, I didn't expect it, but there was some tough videos, tough parts in this video to make. This was pretty real. I haven't been this open on the channel in a long time. But I would like to continue being open and personal. I've said that I wanted to be more personal for a while now. Rather than just an entity like, not just the Gaming Lemon, but also Brad as well. Now, what I don't want as well is I don't want it, as I said though, like some people will see this as a big deal anyways, no matter what I say, and will see me differently. And that's just how it is, that's fine. That's just how it is, and it's just how I am. And if I choose to be a mental health advocate, I might as well explain myself and my mental health as well. But I don't want it to be a massive big deal for the future. My next video is going to be Hitman 2. I'm planning that now. And I don't want this to kind of shadow that or any future videos, really. Because as I said, when I'm making a video, I'm feeling good, man. If I'm not feeling good, I simply won't make the video. That is what I do. So I really, really don't want people to think that when you're watching a video of mine, I'm faking how I'm acting, because I'm having a good time. I promise you that. Because I'm able to sit here and make millions and millions of people around the world laugh their asses off. And that is literally what I've wanted to do since I was a kid. Like, I remember I wanted to be a comedian, and that's essentially what I'm doing now. Like, I take time to plan and prepare jokes and write new material to make millions of people around the world laugh. That is what I do. And it is great. And I can't believe how I would go through so many phases of thinking it's not for me, or that I'm bad at it, or it's too corporate now. But I can always just... The thing is, well, it's your YouTube channel. You can make it however you want. You don't have to be corporate if you don't want. You don't have to be fake or family friendly if you don't want. And I'm really trying to remind myself more of that and just focus on the having fun part of it, because that's what I miss about it. Also, I can't remember if I said it before, but I don't want too much sympathy on this video either. What I'd really like is for people... Or really, actually, I don't really want any sympathy in general at all. I'm not uploading this to get sympathy or to make people feel sorry for me or use it as an excuse or anything. This has literally been my life the past few years, and people have been wanting an explanation for so many years, and there's no other way I can explain it apart from just telling the truth. And that is the truth. That's just how it is. What I'd really like, the point of this was to just make people understand how I've been feeling and just understand why I haven't been uploading. But I mean, I've not been good the past few years either. Like to other people, I've hurt some people. I've been mean. I've been very mean-spirited at times. I've been hurtful. I'm not perfect. No one is. And the last thing I'd want from that is people to feel sorry for me or things like that. Because at the end of the day, like some things that I've done, it's all been down to me and just my decisions. And I was a lot unwiser back then. I've grown a lot since then. I'm really trying my hardest right now to just not be that person anymore and just grow. Like, that's all I'm trying to do, just grow and become a better me. Because there is a better me inside of me. There was a better me. And I just really, as I said, just really want to get back to being that person, but even better this time, with the knowledge and like the wiseness that I've achieved throughout the years. Just level up, it might be a better way to put it. And I do want to mention one more thing as well. If any of you are struggling with mental health, and you have people in your life that clearly aren't good for your mental health, it's important that you don't let it slide and you do something about it. It is important, and I know it might sound difficult, but it's important to stand up for yourself, because if not, then you're just not respecting yourself. And no matter what, these people in your life have no right to try and bring you down. And if they do, confront them about it. And if it doesn't turn out well, and for whatever reason they try and make you feel bad for it, cut them off. If these people try and bring you down, especially with the knowledge of your mental health, they're not good people, they're not your friends. and you'd be better off without them. And that might seem way upfront and harsh to some people, but you have to be. There is simply no other way of putting it. But, try to be understanding, confront them first, but, if they're still not willing to accept that and respect why you feel that way, then don't bother. But stand up for yourself, it's important. And I know there's going to be some people that I know that are going to be watching this and are going to hear that and they might think that it has something to do with them. Chances are, if you think it has something to do with you, then it does. I've been trying to make a massive effort to improve myself in life and improve my interactions with others to make sure I don't make others feel bad, because that makes me feel bad. So you really have no right to try and bring myself down, especially when I'm trying to bring myself up. And again, that goes for any of you out there as well, if you can relate to that, because I know it might sound harsh to bin people off if it comes to that, if they're still being that way, but you've got to, because those people will just hold you back. And it's better to be alone than be surrounded by people that aren't good for you. But on a more lighter note, as I said, if you'd like to share maybe some of your mental health stories in the chat below, so that we can kind of all have a conversation about mental health and be there for each other. I know some people might say that sounds soppy or whatever, but that's really what I'd like to see. I mean, you don't have to, but all foundations need support. I mean, it never hurts to spread some love. I'm so glad that I have come forward and said all this now, and I'm really, really looking forward to 2021. No matter what the world might bring, fuck the world. I'm just focusing on my own world now, and I feel like, even though that might sound selfish to some, you should do the same as well. You can't control what's going on around you, but you can control your own world. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you once again for watching all of this and sticking with me, for being so loyal over these past few years. I know, again, it must have been confusing and strange and frustrating as fuck, but I'm in a completely new mindset now. Like, when I was feeling good and up, I would get this anxiety that soon enough I would be back in a low spell, and that it might be a bad one. But I haven't really gotten that much since I've been improving myself. I mean, I have still had low spouts, but I've managed to bounce back quicker and brush it off. Because that's the shit, it's a work in progress at the moment, and you're not going to achieve perfection straight away. I mean, you're never going to achieve it, and there's nothing that's perfect. So I'm not getting angry at myself when I do slip back, or I do something wrong, or I don't do as much as I wanted to. I'm working on that all or nothing attitude now. I'm just going day by day, enjoying myself, enjoying my work, appreciating gratitude, feeling the breeze, enjoying the present. So yeah, thank you guys so much again for everything. Again, 4 million subscriber, one clutch coming soon. If you want to submit your thumbnails, link in the description. Hitman 2, number 2 next. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm excited about these next few videos that are to come, and just the next few months. There's still a hell of a lot I've still got to give people. This is by no means anywhere near the end. It was just a long, stretchy, bumpy road, but it's less bumpy now. Again, thank you. I love you and appreciate you all so much. And I will see you in the next video of mine. Take care, fellas. I mean it. And I will see you soon. Lemon out.